Hi everyone, it's Gail, and it's Scrappy Saturday. We are going to make some Christmas stack and whack tags. I'm going to go through my own process, kind of start to finish with you. I have some pre-prepared, but I'm going to do that. I also want to share a couple of organizational sort of things. So let's say hi and hugs, and we'll get started. Hi and hugs to Sandra, Judith, Sherry, and Jen. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Okie dokie. So I spent some time getting these stacks prepared, and we'll go through the process here in a minute, but I wanted to show you what I do. I did this while watching TV the other day. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I like to use a file folder for the base. So what I do is just take it, and it's got this ridgy part right here. I just cut that off completely, like so. Then I have that piece. And then I'm going to do the very same here, and it'll leave us with this little strip here, which is A-OK. Okay, so I've got that as a scrap. We're going to address those scraps in a minute, but first we're going to cut our tags. Now this has a marking on the inside. Doesn't matter. That's the side I'll cover with paper. So the back side will be for journaling. So then what I do, let's see here. Let's go ahead and cut this. I like these tags to be 6 by 3. So we're going to go ahead and cut this into 6, have this be 6 inches here. This will be a bit smaller. I'm going to show you what I do with that in a minute. And then we'll do the same over here. I'll go here and do 6. Okay, and then that leaves that little bit. Okay, so then I'm just going to go through and go 3, 3, 3, 3. 3, there's one tag. 3, there's another tag. And then I have this left over. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. And then let's do this one. So 3 and 3. And this one's real close. It is. It's 3. So there you go. So we end up with 5 tags, which is just the number we need to do this project. So 5 tags, right? That's that. Now, let me talk about the file folder scraps. I think that would be a good spot to talk about that. Okay, so I save all the scraps. These are all the scraps from cutting them the other day. So I have these long ones, which I can use. Even this little guy I can use. I'll cut off the tail. But then I've got all these little pieces. And let's see, these ones I think I put in here because they're a little bit short, these ones. So anyway, all of this I will use for stamping. So I have an organized little pouch of my cardstock scraps, and they're kind of by size. Like I'll have the strips in one because those can have words stamped on them, and then these in a bigger scrap. I have an envelope, and it's got plastic bags with these for stamping. So that, and then these, what I did was, let me show you. I have my little Scrappy masterboard book that I collage in. But what I did is I just used scraps and I collaged the front, left the back blank. Now these are like kind of like mini masterboards. So like I could cut here and have this be a tag and this be a tag. So they're all ready to go. They just need to be cut to the size that I want. And I left the little tab because I like it. And just collaged with scraps. Okay? So I just sat and watched TV and collaged away. These were a couple of the ones that were a funky size, and they had the tab, and I love them. So that's what I did with this sort, is just collaged on them. So I'm going to put that back away here. Then I had a couple of coffee guide file folders, and I went ahead and just collaged the whole thing. See, and I'll be able to, I can cut that off, and then those are ready to go tags and journal cards. So at this point too, I want to talk about my scraps and how I organize them. So this is my pile for Christmas. And so what I do is the smaller scraps go in here, and I'll, use those as much as possible. Just all sorts of scraps in there. Then let's see, I have these organized so that this little sleeve has papers that are too big. They're too big for this little bin. So that's what those are. These are really large. Like, it's nearly a whole. But it's been used for something. And then this one is images that are left from various kits. For instance, I've got these I can add in. These images I took from digital pages, and I didn't want to use these in a masterboard because like I could have torn Santa in half or something. So that's what these images are. This one is from some sort of fussy cut book. So I'm going to put those in there. And then these are my own digitals of postcards. I just need to cut them out. So that's a fussy cutting job. So, and then under there, I have all of my papers that are for collage. I'm not going to include them in a kit necessarily. I could, but they're in my play with it stack of Christmas papers. So I just stack those up like that. So smaller, biggest images, and then tinies, the smallest ones. And this sits over here by my desk, so I can just grab it as I need collage papers. So we'll set that back over there. I'm going to put my fussy cutting on it because I'm going to do some of that later today. So that's kind of how I do. Now for our whack and stack tags, I'm thinking we need to grab our big pile of stuff. And when I prepared the others, I kind of went with one designer. Like I had some leftover Rach and Bella's Nostalgic Noel, so I put some of those together. I put some Vintage Studio 717 together, and I put some Romantica Arts together. So let's see, here's a Carol Cuts Christmas one. Let's pick 5 papers out of this, and I'll get started and kind of show you show you my own process. Okay. For the most part, I don't have those designated by who did them. I think I want that one. Let's do this one. And maybe that one. Ooh, love that one. So we're gonna need 5 pieces of paper, guys. 5 pieces of paper, and let's do that one. Okay. So I'll just pop that back into my stack of collage papers. And we are going to cut this paper 6 by 3 to use for our tags. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it this way. I'm going to cut it at 3. I'm going to do all 5 at once because why not? Okay, and so this is a big page. So it's going to go into this. Okay, so I'll just stick those into there, and I know that those are ready to collage with. Okay, then we need to cut this by 6. Make sure it's stacked together right. And we're gonna go at 6. So these little pieces, where do they go? They go in here because they're just little bits. Okay, I hope this is helpful. I think at least for new people, it might be. Okay, so now we're ready to do the stack and whack. And so what I would do is pull out all my little tags like that. Are those all on camera pretty good? I guess I have a little more room to work with. Okay. And then your stacked digitals, we're going to tear these. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tear kind of across here. And keep them stacked as much as you can. If you want to clip them, you can. I don't bother with that, but you sure could. And then I'm going to cut that way. Then let's tear this like that. And these like that. Okay, so now we're going to lay them out on our tags. So we're going to take stack number 1, and we're going to start with card number 1, and we're going to put it up in the corners. Okay, whoop, if I can get a hold of it. Okay, so like that. Piece number 2, we're going to start on tag 2 and lay, doesn't want to lay these out. Okay, and you'll end up over here on number 1. Okay, this is number 3, so we're going to start on the 3rd tag and go across like so. 4th piece, we're going to start on the 4th card and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th one, we're starting on the 5th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're laid out like we need to be. Now it's gluing time, and I have a new catalog to glue on, the Harry and David. Okay, so I had the thought, now I don't know how, so 2 things. First of all, the distressing. If you're a distressor, you need to do that now. So I thought what we do is we'll distress one, and then we'll do one distressed and one not distressed, just to see, you know, and then maybe you can decide how you'd rather have it too. So it's going to take longer to distress, of course, because you're doing each individual piece of paper. But yeah, so this will allow us to do a real mass make, because we can just start on that stack and go to town. All those ones that I just did all the pre-cutting, basically, is what I did. And then it'll be a matter of just tearing them, laying them out, tearing them, and gluing them on. I'm going to be honest, I think on this one, I'm going to prefer it not distressed, but I don't know. We'll see. So this is going to make you a bunch of tag bases, and then really all it needs is a focal point. So on the gluing, I had a thought on the gluing, which is normally I would use a glue stick and stick these down. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try using art glitter glue. I think it might be quicker. I don't know. So let's do this. Let's go around. Better make sure that's going to go. Yeah. Go around the edges. It's going to go around the edge, right up to the edge, as much as possible. And then I'm just going to add glue like that. And we're going to take our pieces and stick them on. And I can't be dilly-dallying because art glitter glue is pretty quick drying. Okay, that left a little crack, so I'm going to want to give that a little bit of distress ink probably. Okay, there's that one. This one. And this one. I do think the art glitter glue is quicker. Yeah, so there's that one. That one's all ready to go. Now, because there's a little spot there, I would go ahead and just hit that with the distress ink a little bit. Okay, so then this one, just to compare, we'll do it with the glue stick and see what we think. So now on this one, it'll be gluing each one of these separately. I can already tell the art glitter glue is going to expedite the process, but you know, but you can do it whichever way. And maybe you don't have art glitter glue or a white glue like that, and you want to just use your glue stick. Go for it. Whatever works for you and the supplies that you have is what I would say. Now, what I would do on this one that's not distressed is I would still distress around the edges, but that's just me because I like the look of an inked edge. So, yep, I'm going to say the art glitter glue is quicker. Ooh, and you don't gouge out your glue like that. Cheesy peasy, Gail. Talking and not concentrating. That's what's happening here. Okay, and then this one. Okay. And look at how flat that one is. It's not curling up like this one's already starting to curl. So that's the different ideas with gluing, and I think I'm gonna stick with the art glitter glue on this time, I think. So let me show you the difference between the inking and the non-inking, and you can just decide for yourself how you want to do it. So, and like I say, I'll go around the edges just like I would any other tag or journal card. Okay, let's get the rest of these glued. And then, and so I'm just kind of sliding these pieces off to have them in the right order. It's pretty obvious, but just in case one would have a moment of, oh, this one's got the mark. Hope I didn't do one of those. Nope, those are all good. So I'm going to glue on this side so that the paper covers up the mark. And we'll just go to town gluing on these. And I'm putting my glue a little closer together on my scribbles here than I normally would. But that's just in an effort to get to the edges. So and I just line up the corner. On this one, I'm going to line up the side. And then this one. And this one. Yeah, that's a lot quicker. Okay, next. And I do think that this is a great way, if you've got some scraps that are at least 6 by 3 or whatever your dimensions are for your tags, that you, it's a great way to use up some bigger scraps. And that's why I have my scraps kind of designated in those different categories, is because you can do different things with different size scraps. Okay, that one's a little funky. But again, if you've got a little space or something, just put some distress ink on it. So this was a lot more teachery of a video than I normally do, but I just had so many thoughts on this as I was creating the mass makeover here, that I just thought, well, let's just have a bit of a tutorial. Now, I've got a little edge here, but that's not going to matter because we're going to cut these into a tag shape anyway. So I'm just going to, glue around the edges and include that funky little corner from the file folder. Okay. This one's going to be a little harder to, I'll just match up top and bottom, which I didn't do a very good job of there. The one downfall to the art glitter glue is once it's down, it's down. There's not much or any wiggle room. So just keep that in mind too. So, you do have that wiggle room with your glue stick. So, but for a quick mass make, that works well. Okay, so I'm going to put my lid on, and this one overlapped a little bit, so I'm going to take my lid off and give that just a little glue like that. Okay, so then, now you can see I did that kind of crooked, so that's hanging over. And there's a little space there, no big deal. I'll just trim that off, and then it's even, and I can put a little distress ink there. No biggie there. Okay, so then let's go ahead and cut them. And what I would do is I'm going to use this one because I want to get rid of that. So let's just go like that. And then this side, like so. Now, if you like say you don't want to cut this, you can always turn it over, you know. So, yeah, I'm going to trim that off a little bit. That's hanging over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so then what I would do is just go along and snip these using the first tag as a base for the snippage. You can sew around these if you want. Don't have to, but you could if you wanted to. Let's see, what else could you do? Yeah, sew around them. Whatever. So then these will become a base, and you can put, you know, if you've got a fussy cut of say a Christmas tree or Santa or something. Okay, I am going to go ahead and distress around the edge of just one of these and just show you, you know, kind of the difference between that and the one that's got the distress around all the edges. And as I'm going around distressing the edge, I'm also going to look for, like right here, it doesn't meet very well. So I will put a little bit right there. But, you know, there's the difference. Not a whole ton of difference. I guess I forgot up here. And once it's cut, you're going to want to put some there too. So, but I'm going to save that for watching TV today. Watching a little football. I'm filming this. Oh gosh, I'm filming it the Sunday before. So I'm almost a week ahead, which is awesome. Okay, so that's it. That's how you do them. So let's get going on some of these other ones. We might as well just knock these out while we got time in the craft room, huh? So this one, Rach and Bella are the, I'm just going to look if there's anything on the back of these. Rach and Bella are the digitals. So I'm just going to set these up here. Okay. All right, now we get a tear. Now, I do think I might do some different tearing. So, let's do this, and I'm going to go a little bit thinner on this tear, but I might dip down a bit like that. Then the middle tear, I'm going to go down the middle of it this time, just because you can do whatever you want to do, you know. And then on this one, I think what I'm going to do is do just like almost like a little side tear here, like that. So that just a different way to do it. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one. Start with the first tag. And put those on. Then second tag. Hope you'll grab some cardstock or file folders and make some of these with me. Third tag. Okay, and then fourth. And 5th tag. And there we go. Ooh, those are fun. Those are real fun. Okay, let's get to gluing. And just a different look because we've torn it differently than we did the first ones. So, you know, just experiment. Let your creative wings fly. Oh. I hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you're getting some time in your craft room. Okay, I'm finding it easier to do 2 rows of glue. So, okay. Here's the first one. Oh, get over. There we go. Here. And here. If they overlap a little, you might have to put a little glue, like I'm seeing that this edge here is overlapping the paper. So I'm just going to need to add a little bit of glue there. But ooh, isn't that a fun one? I love it. Okay. Continuing. I'm kind of obsessively checking the back to make sure there's not some big watermark on it. I guess if you were to have that happen where you had the watermark on the back, you could just put a little piece of paper, a little piece of washi or something over it, and that would take care of that, I think. My husband is upstairs making cookies, which you know that always makes me happy. Yeah, he was so happy. I was telling you it's Sunday when I'm filming this, and he went to the grocery store and he said there was hardly anyone there. He was so happy. Oh, I think sometimes grocery shopping is too people-y for him. Okay, there's that one. Don't have a whole lot of news in terms of family or anything. We did Thanksgiving, and then we're supposed to go to my son's for Christmas. So sweet little Marin, my granddaughter, said, I'll see you in 3 weeks, Nana, when they came to pick up the dog, because we had the dog over Thanksgiving. But yeah, so it'll be here before we know it. I'm making some headway. We if we're not going to be with them, then we just give them money to buy their kids what they want for Christmas, because we don't know, the ones that live far away, we don't know what they want or need or anything. And so we just send them a check for their family. And I know my middle daughter, one time they bought some sort of electronic dartboard for their family room with the check. So it was like used it as, a gift, a more expensive gift for the whole family, to enjoy. And then, but we're going to be at my son's, and I think my daughter and the girls, Addie and Katie, I think they're going to come before Christmas. But then Christmas they'll be at home. And then I think they're going to go to his family in Wyoming. So So those two families, I'm going ahead and buying, and we're around them more, so I kind of know, I have a better sense of what they might want or need, you know, for Christmas. So yeah. I think my husband, at least he asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said I wanted a new space heater for down here. So it won't be so noisy. I love these ones, you guys. These turned out really fun. And I think, you know, they'll just be different depending on the digitals that we use. Really, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had one sip of anything that would make me say digitals. It's just my weirdness, you know, my normal weirdness, nothing artificially induced, let's just say. Oh dear. So that on there. Okay, and here. And here. Okay, I think I need a little on that edge. I do. This one too, a little bit. And up on the paper a little bit. Okay, cool. There's that set. And of course I need to cut them in a tag shape and all. Now you can do, and I have done, stack and whack journal cards too. You can definitely do that. Okay, so there's that one. I'll cut those and stuff later. Okay, this one, I think these are Debit Artsology, actually, these ones. Okay, let's just make a quick look. It looks like we're good. I'm going to do this side because that's got a little pencil on it. So before I left work, when I retired, I had done a bunch of cleaning on the files and consolidating and stuff on the physical files. And I took home a bunch of used file folders. Okay, this one, I think what I want to do on this one is I'm going to do that. And then I'm just going to do a thin strip here. Okay, and then this one, I think I'm just going to go slightly off to one side. Okay, like so. Okay, so once again, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I apologize if I have said the wrong designer on these. I just, when they go into my pile of collage papers, generally I don't keep track of who's who. I know I had Carol Cuts kind of designated, but I just had an organized moment there, I guess. Okay, there's that. Then let's see, where are we going? 4, right? Oops, got a couple extras in there. Okay, and then 5. Okay, love it. Okay, let's do these. Just checking my time, make sure. I really want to get all these done. We just have 2 more stacks after this, so this week's going to be a little busier week. Emily's coming tomorrow. And then, what's Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday, Mike and I are going to go to the movie. We're going to go to Wicked. I'm so excited. The Wizard of Oz is, you know, one of my favorite all-time movies. Watched it every single year growing up, you know, and it's just a special movie. Okay, this one's going to have some creases because it shifted a bit as I was tearing. That's where the little like creases or, you know, cracks in the where the paper doesn't meet perfectly. So like, see, there's one right here, which is fine, no big deal. Okay, there's that one. Ooh, these are fun too. Okay. Whoa, oops, that's bad. Don't be messing up your stacks. Oh. Yeah, so Tuesday's the movie. Wednesday, I have lunch with my friend Kelly that I used to work with. Catch up there. She's big into volleyball. In fact, she coaches at the college where we worked. And so I haven't gotten to see her since I went to visit Addie in Grand Junction, and so I'm anxious to share with her kind of the pictures and stuff. Gonna need a little extra glue under that one. Yeah, so anyways, that's Wednesday. That's as far as I've looked. And what I'm thinking is Wednesday, after I have lunch with my friend, I'm going to do some shopping local. I have a couple spots I want to go for presents for my daughter-in-law and my daughter. And then, yeah, so I never get out to shop, so because I'm busy in my craft room most of the time, which, as you know, is where I want to be, but it is fun once in a while to go shopping. Oh, and I'm gonna go, we have that new shop here, Sierra. It's kind of outdoor sort of stuff, and I was thinking of maybe my son-in-law for that. So anyways, a little shopping on my, and I really do like to shop local. So okay, gonna be a little space between those, not too much. Okay, there's that one, this one. Yeah, so that's my plan. Since I'll be out anyway for lunch, I'll just go do some shopping in the afternoon. Other than my own presents, I do all the Christmas shopping. Mike doesn't do it. Just because, I don't know, it's how it's always been. No particular reason, I guess. And I know anything that he finds for me, he will find online. Because he's not a shopper. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a trait of men in general. They don't love to shop. Want to just go get what they need and call it good. Oh, those are fun. I like those a lot. Okay, this one. This one's a little more plain, I feel like. Okay. So once again, we've got the funky little corner from the file folder, but that's okay. We can work with it. Okay, so I'll put this one on first, and then I can also kind of line up with this piece when I do this. About there, I'd say. And then we'll zippity doo-dah with the other two. I'm excited. And then this gives me something to do while I watch football. I can ink, cut and ink, and do all the stuff. Okay, so there's those. Like I say, I think these are Artsology, but I'm not positive. Okay, so that's that batch. Let's do this batch. These digitals are from Vintage Studio 717. I've told you many times that her digitals are the ones that I reprint for Christmas over and over and over again. Okay, so we've got this, we've got a plaid, we've got kind of the florally, we've got collage and some music. So I think I'm going to do this one kind of the normal way, if there is such a thing. Oh, husband's dropping things up there. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I'm just going to do this one like this. Okay, number one. Okay. Number two. Starting on the second tag. Okay. 3 on the third. These really are just so fun, and it's just so fun to see how they end up turning out. Oh, my music's upside down. Whoopsie. Oops, what am I doing? 4. Concentrating on my upside down music is what I'm doing. Oh dear, that's all right. No biggie. We'll just put a focal point over it and that'll be fine. Okay, cool. Let's do these. So make sure your papers are all turned the right way. Don't do a gale. Just make sure they're all the same way. So last night we watched an action movie. Sometimes I like them, sometimes, yeah. But, you know, every now and again I gotta let Mike watch what he wants. I usually, you know, I get my share of picking what we're gonna watch, so that's just fine. But yeah, it was okay. It was called, what was it called? It's on Netflix. Infiltration or something. It had the guy, is it Bryan Cranston, I think? He's the guy from Breaking Bad, from that show. And it was okay, but I don't know. Gonna have to get him watching Christmas movies here pretty soon. I gotta look for Christmas Story. I keep forgetting to do that. See if it's on Netflix or Amazon or anything. So I love that movie. Okay. 1. Just makes me want to count to 5 over and over and over again. Get down there. Okay, there and here. I think that edge needs a little glue. Okay. Here's that one. Oh, hello, Gail. You were probably telling me. Just turn it over. Yes. Look at that. Magically, the music is now the right side up. Oh, dear. Everything else is kind of sideways, so easy fix that time on a Gale blooper. If I knew how to edit, which I don't, and I don't care to learn, it'd be fun to do a blooper reel, wouldn't it? Gosh, there's been plenty of them over the years. That's for sure. Okay, this one. And we just have one more after this, guys, that I had prepared. But, I mean, this is a lot of tags. This is going to be, what, 25 tags? Because we've got 5 stacks. Yeah, it's going to be 25 tags. Nice. And again, if I probably won't use these all this year, and that just gives me a stock to start with next year. So, love that. Because Christmas feels, to me anyway, it feels daunting if I don't have stuff ready. You know, if I don't already have some pre-made ephemera, then it feels big, and it feels, you know, I don't want to feel overwhelmed. I just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun, you know. Okay. I wonder if you guys were yelling at me, Gail, just turn it the other way. Probably were. You guys let me know when you're yelling something at me. Even though I can't hear you. I hear you after I read the comments. By then it's too late, but hey, you know. Okay, so then this one. This one doesn't matter because you can't really see the lyrics of the song anyway. Oh, speaking of lyrics, I'm behind. Oh, I think I'm almost caught up on The Voice, but watching the playoffs, oh my goodness. The playoffs are when there's 5 people on each of the teams, and they have to choose down to 2. I don't know how they're doing it, quite honestly, because there is so much talent out there. Oh my goodness. You know, I just admire it so much because I can't really carry a tune in a bucket, as you well know from when I break into song and can't help myself. Yeah, just amazing voices. So I guess they're figuring it out, but it seems like it'd be so hard to pick. Not sure why that's. I think what it is I might have cut the paper a little long. That one seems okay. Okay, So there's those 5 now. We got one more. Do we have time? We're going to make time. Oh, 5 minutes. Okay, let's not dilly-dally, as my mother used to say. Gail, you're dilly-dallying. No, I'm just taking my time, Mom. Just taking my time. Okay, there's the 5. Okay, is that right side up? I think so. Okay, these are just random papers that I picked. I don't know. Oh, this one is Vintage Studio 717. I don't know who the others are. Okay, so I'm going to make this a little longer. Let's go ahead and tear it in half. And then this one. Put that there. This one. Let's tear it kind of down that side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. I'm sticky. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 3. That. This one. 4. Like that. And 5. Okay, cool. Let's glue. Thank you for letting me get these done. Just want to have them ready to go so I can go upstairs. I got to change my laundry, and then I can craft and watch football. Chiefs won, barely, on Thursday. Good grief. They're giving me heart attacks. I don't know why they can't just get her done and not have it be so close. Oh. My husband laughs at me. It's like, oh my gosh, you get so wound up. Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy getting into the game. Okay, there's 1. I think that needs some under. Okay. That one's different, huh? I like it. Yeah, Sunday's kind of my relaxed day. I usually don't do a video, but this was burning a hole in my brain. And sometimes I find that if I don't just go do whatever is inspiring me, then I can't sleep at night. I know, silly, I know. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Nice. So I did have a couple of requests for Stack and Whack for Christmas, and it just kind of worked out that yesterday I had time to kind of prepare and get some cut and done ahead of time. because I knew like one set was not going to take me the whole hour. So I thought, well, we'll just mass make some. And based on my friend Donna's calculations of how many Christmas journals I've done, these 25 tags would be about 2 tags per journal. So that's kind of what I mean. You can't, you can't get too many things done ahead. There we go. There's that one. So yeah, Donna's keeping track of how many glue sticks I use and how many Christmas journals I made this year. I have some ideas for next year to replace the Marguerite Miller challenge, but if you guys have any ideas or things you'd like to see me do, let me know, because I'll certainly weigh your suggestions against what I was thinking of doing, and you may come up with something way more fun than me. Although I think what I've come up with would be fun. So yeah, let's get those on. And then we just have one more, guys. Oh, fun. Okay. Yeah, it's the way to go with the art glitter glue. I'm not going to use glue stick on these anymore. It really goes so much faster to do this. So I hope within this video you've come up with, some things that you can use or ideas that you may not have previously thought of or something. So hints along the way, if you will. Boom. There we go. Got those all. Got them all glued on. So now all I have to do is cut to a tag shape and then distress them. So here's this batch. Here's this batch. Here's this batch. And this batch. I'll put links to the shops that I use their digitals in the description box. There we go. So lots of stacking and whacking happening today. Thank you so much for being here. Have a grateful day. Be kind always, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.